Kalevipoeg is an epic poem by Friedrich Reinhold Kreutzwald, held to be the Estonian national epic. Three sons of Linda and Kalev returned from their trips abroad. In the evening the three brothers sat together and related their adventures. They knew that their father, the king, and their mother were dead. Then the eldest brother proposed a trial to decide which of the three sons should rule as king in the land. The second brother agreed, and the third proposed that the trial should take place next day. In the evening, before twilight, the youngest son went to his father's grave. The hero pleaded his father to rise up and stroke his hair and speak to him. But his father answered that he had long lain in his grave, the grass and moss grew over him, and he could not rise. Let the wind and the sun caress his son. And the father told him not to weep or grieve, for the spirit of his dead father should follow him throughout his life, and that the good gods would protect him. On the following morning the three sons of Kalev set towards the south. On the third day they reached a small lake. "Here is the place where our lot must be decided," said the eldest brother, and each selected a stone for the trial of strength. It was arranged that whoever should cast his stone across the lake to the firm ground opposite should become his father's heir, and the other two should wander forth to seek their fortunes in other lands. The eldest brother claimed his right to the first trial, and cast his stone. It flew from his hand with the speed of a bird, but suddenly changed its direction, and plunged into the middle of the lake. The second brother then seized his stone, and sent it whistling through the air like an arrow. It rose up till it was nearly lost to sight, and then turned and fell on the shore close to the water, where it sank half into the mud. Then came the turn of the third son, who, though the youngest, was much stronger than his brothers. The youngest brother cast forth his rock like a bird. It flew up far and high, but not up to the clouds, reaching at last the firm ground beyond the lake. "Let's go and look for the stones and decide our competition." As the nearest way to the opposite shore was through the lake, they waded straight across it, and the deepest place the water reached a little above their knees. The stone, cast by the eldest brother, had disappeared entirely in the water, and no trace of it could be found. But that, thrown by the second brother, was found on the shore half sunken in the mud. Only the stone, thrown by the youngest brother, was found on firm ground, lying on the grass at some little distance beyond the lake. Then the eldest brother declared that the gods had plainly assigned the kingdom to the youngest, and that the others must now acknowledge him as king. After this two elder brothers wandered cheerfully away. The youngest sat on the rock sadly reflecting on the lost joys of youth, and how he must now depend on his own unaided efforts. It was the duty of the new king both to plough the country and to defend it. He therefore set to work with his sword by his side. Early and late he ploughed, stocking the country with corn, grass, trees, and berries.